So here we go, the IBC Tote and the subcompact tractor. The Kubota BX subcompact tractor will only lift 500 pounds. So I stand by my earlier video that I did on these that I don't think it's worth it. But I bought 5 of these things and I want to make them useful to me. They're just sitting around taking up space. So I have some ideas. First of all, what do I need to do with firewood? Well, I need to store it, and I can store it in my wood yard. I have a concrete wood yard where I can simply scoop firewood. B, what else do I need to do? I need to be able to deliver that firewood from here to another location. So in scooping firewood, I can dump it into the back of my pickup truck, or even better, into my dump trailer. And then finally, I need to keep it dry. Well, there's a couple of things that these IBC totes do very well, and one is stacking them. When you stack wood in an IBC tote, it's contained and it's not going to fall over. If a raccoon jumps on top of it, it's not going to knock your whole pile over. They're very well contained, so stacking wood is a good thing. If you can lift the whole IBC tote, transporting it is a good thing. Dumping it is not. Trying to get it out of this and into something else, like a pickup truck, it's not a big advantage there. So I need to fix that. And then finally, not being able to fill it all the way because of the limitations of my BX. So I think I have a plan. So I already did all the math for you, and I'm going to go over that really quickly. So the Kubota BX will only lift 500 pounds, approximately 500 pounds. So we're going to start with that. How much does a cord of wood weigh? Because we need to measure. We need to not just go willy-nilly with what's in here and just say, well, that's about this much or that much. How much does a cord weigh? If you do a quick Google search, it says between 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. So I'm going to go with a 2,000 pound mark. You know, I know that's going the wrong way. I should be, but 2,000 pounds divides very evenly into 4 at 500 pounds each. So I want to get 500 pounds or a quarter of a cord into this thing. Now, a cord is 128 cubic feet. So divided by 4, that's 32 cubic feet. So we're going to do 32 cubic feet in here. Now, how much is 32 cubic feet? Well, just so happens that if I do 2 rows with 16-inch pieces, that's 32 inches deep. It's 4 feet wide, so 32 inches, 48 inches wide, by 3 feet tall is going to give me exactly 32 cubic feet. So that's what I'm shooting for here. So that's number one. That's going to allow me to stack wood in here, store it in here, and have it ready to go. The next thing we need to be able to do, now that we know we're going to be able to lift it, because we've got 500 pounds of firewood, and we're going to test that, of course, but approximately 500 pounds of firewood in an IBC tote, stored in the wood yard, ready to go, we need to be able to get it from A to B. So I need to be able to pick it up with the front of this tractor and dump it in my dump trailer or dump it in the back of a pickup truck. The front of this is the problem. So I need to sacrifice one of these things, and we're going to cut the entire front off. All right. Okay, so next I'm going to start filling it. Now I should mention, or will mention, that I'm only going 2 rows deep. So 2 16-inch pieces, 2 rows deep, 32 inches. One that works out really well with the measurements to get a quarter of a cord, 32 cubic feet. But also I want to keep the load as far back, close to the back of the pallet forks as I can, so I have the most leverage to be able to lift that load. So let me get a stack. All right, well, I'm going to call that it. Let me tell you right now, I don't think it's going to lift it. Don't think it at all. This seems like it's almost 100% full, and I've tried to do that before. But we'll give it a shot. So the Kubota BX won't even lift a quarter of a cord. 32 cubic feet of firewood. Now, I did not take into account the weight of the basket when I was doing my numbers. And like I said before, I went with 2,000 pounds per cord to start with, which is probably the wrong way to go. I should have started with 3,000 pounds, but it obviously won't lift this. So I got this down to what the BX could handle, okay? And that is this much. It's one single stack, about 3.5 feet high in this container. And I don't like this setup right here. This doesn't make much sense at all to me because these are $50 a piece and it's a waste, absolute waste. But I thought of something else. I want to get 1/6 of a cord, which is 22, a little less than 22 cubic feet. 1/6 of a cord is half of a third of a cord, which is a face cord, which is 3 face cords makes a cord. That's the way everything is measured. You either call it a third of a cord or you call it a face cord where I'm from. But a third of a cord is a sellable amount. I charge $100 per face cord, okay? $300 for a full cord. So if I have 2 face cords, each at 1/6 of a cord, which is a half of a face cord, I can deal with that. Now, how am I going to do that? Let me show you. And there you go. So this is everything that was in that basket, minus the weight of the basket, because a regular pallet weighs less than those baskets. Those baskets almost weigh 100 pounds. I cut a lot off of it, so it's less than 100 pounds, but a pallet only weighs maximum 40 pounds. So this is 5 rows high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows high. This is 6 rows high by 40 inches by 48 inches, which it's 1 foot 8 inches tall. So that comes out to 22.2 cubic feet. Yay! That is a half of a third of a cord, which is 1/6 of a cord. So 6 of these will be a full cord, or 2 of these will be a face cord. So I can definitely work with that, and I know already the Kubota is going to manage it. Now, it's wrapped in shrink wrap. I always said my firewood was bundle grade anyway. So yeah, I put shrink wrap around it so it won't fall off, but that also allows me to stack another one on top of it if I want to. So I don't think I'd go 3 high. 2 high is probably good enough. But I'll be able to access this, boom, move it wherever I want to, boom, put it in the trailer if I want to, boom. I can put the whole pallet into the back of a pickup truck, put 2 pallets in, gives that person a third of a cord, and yeah, this is the way to do it right here. So I'm going to move this to the wood yard, and we're going to call that it for today. This is a good idea. This is very, very good. So I think I'm going to start doing it this way. And then, of course, all the stuff, as you guys know from my dad, it's not bundle grade. It's boiler wood. It's just going to be bulk, and I can scoop that and fill the trailer with it when I need to bring it to him. Anyway, I'm really glad you guys stopped by for this one. I finally figured it out. This is the way to do it. This is definitely it. Yep. So don't do IBC totes. Pallets are free. Stack your wood on pallets, and you can still manage it with the Kubota BX. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by and seeing me do more stuff and learn more stuff. Catch you next time.